What?
The show has started until I say, welcome to the Football Friends podcast. I'm joined here by Paddy.
Well, hello.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. No Ash yet. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he might have fallen off the face of the planet, but you think with someone like that, you might notice that.
Yeah, maybe it's a butchery emergency.
Yeah, that seems the most likely.
One of the carcasses came back to life.
No, that's a different level of emergency.
All right. Well, in honour of Ash, we'll get stuck in.
in honor of the dead. Yeah, and we'll start at the top with Manchester City, who played second top at the time of playing the Chelseas.
Yeah.
And the game was won by Kevin De Bruyne and his Man City teammates.
Yeah. Big match, one of the biggest.
Yeah, I mean, first play second, you know, not so often. But what a goal to win it. Did you see it?
No, I actually haven't seen it yet.
Look, it's a Kevin De Bruyne special. It's, you know, he's a little further out than the edge of the box. And it's not like he's not being closed down, but it still looks like he's got about 10 yards of space around it. He's an incredible player, mate. He's for me
the ginger ninja man. He knows. He sees the space where no one else can.
Yeah. He may be in light blue, but he's bright red. Bright red, I think I said.
Yeah,
bright red. Yeah. Look, he's different level. He's one of the only players who can do that. Like, who can look like they have endless amounts of space, even when they're being marked.
Yeah, and then it's even more juicy because he's a former Chelsea player. Yeah, didn't hold back on the celebration. Went completely nuts. It was a bottom corner, absolute peach. Is he the captain now?
That's a good question. I don't know who this...
Oh, I shouldn't bombard you with a question like that.
You should, yeah.
But yeah, I think I've definitely seen him wear the armband at least. So
he's certainly part of the leadership team at Man City.
Definitely, yeah. Well, integral player, man. Just amazing player. He's on another level.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Yeah. Oh, well, one little bit of fake parallel universe trivia. In my Football Manager career, I have just passed the Qatar World Cup.
Oh yeah, so it did go ahead.
It did, yes. Okay. In the game, it did, yes.
In Qatar.
Yeah, so the winner?
Yeah, Belgium. De Bruyne scores in the final.
The winner?
Yeah.
The only goal.
1-0. Against?
I want to say it was like Nigeria. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, no disrespect to Nigeria, but that's quite far-flung.
Yeah, it was something... It was an African team. I can't remember which one specifically right now, but yeah.
There's quite a few that, like Nigeria, Senegal, I know they're not African, but Colombia, get ridiculously good, like far better than they actually are in that game, and God knows why.
It's because they had James Rodriguez scoring 5 goals.
Fair enough. No, that was a number of years ago, I think you'll find.
But that's why they did.
Yeah, of course. In honour.
In honour of James Rodriguez.
Yeah. So if once again, De Bruyne, sicko. If he's not the captain of Man City, then maybe he should be. He's certainly a player who leads, if not by speech, then by example.
Yeah, man. He's the assist king.
Assist king and goal king.
Well, yeah, he it's like he scores goals reluctantly. He said in interviews before that he prefers to assist. So, like, he's this way only shoots, like, outside the box kind of thing.
He's like, is anyone on? Nah, not really.
No, I was banging in.
Yeah. I'm going to pass it to the corner of the goal.
Yeah, I go, don't do it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Well, he got sick of passing it to Gabriel Jesus for like a whole season, that he was just like, no, I'll start shooting. And then Jesus was like, I'll just go to the wing then, since you're not going to pass it to me.
Yeah, because that's a decision that they made between themselves. Pep wasn't involved at all.
Lolo, just go with it, all right?
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
This is radio gold.
Yeah, look.
All right, yeah. So Man City's good.
Man City's really good. And Kevin De Bruyne is also really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's so groundbreaking football coverage right there.
I suppose Ruben Diaz is one of the few players that can probably beat Lukaku in the air.
Well, Lukaku had a big chance in that game along the ground, and I mean it was good.
Did he have a bad first touch?
No.
Oh.
No, he did not have a bad first touch at all. He was put through. He took a good first touch, set himself well, and I don't know. I don't think he did anything wrong with his shot, really. But Edison produced a fine save.
Mm-hmm.
And then City had the numbers back to sort of just keep the ball out.
Yeah.
So fair enough. But yeah, no, there was... Yeah, but other than that, Chelsea didn't really seem to have too many goes at it. Edison, didn't amazing saves to make. Credit to Kepa though for once for playing well.
Well, yeah. Some are saying, including him, that he's turned it around a bit lately. He's been a bit better. I mean, the thing is, he's no Eduard Mendy is something else.
He's a brilliant.
So
keeper.
it's hard to. There was probably too much pressure on Kepa when he first moved.
Yeah, maybe so.
And now that he sort of got he made it to the other side of the criticism.
Yeah,
because for some players that would just kill you,
just
forever.
crush them.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah,
but he seems to maybe got through it. Maybe he can
carry on.
Yeah,
establish himself as a number two. It's no shame
look,
being
when
number.
He was at Bilbao, man, he was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's there.
I don't think it's any shame being a number two at Chelsea Football Club. Really, it's especially to a keeper like Mendy, who's off the wall these days.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Mm-hmm. So what does this make the points difference now?
Well, City are, I believe, 11 ahead of Liverpool, but they've also played an extra game.
Okay.
And they've also yet to play Liverpool again.
Yeah.
But it's at the Etihad, and it's in April.
Right.
So they might have won the league by then.
Maybe, yeah, but
and that's enough of a sentence on its own.
Yeah. Sorry, I just closed my fucking browser for no reason because I'm a retard. Bear with me. Yeah, well, it's crazy. It's Man City, we talked about this last time, that at the start of the season we're like, oh, it's Chelsea. Chelsea look dangerous as, and then City just swept it anyway. No worries. They just sit back and do what they do, and they always end up there. So
yeah, that's true.
That it's not like you don't come into the Premier League thinking oh, this is our seat. It's not like you go this is Man City's season because all of these things are aligning.
Yeah,
it's more just
this is Man City season because they're insane.
What it's kind of if no one else is prophesized, it's written in the stars that they will win the league this season.
Yeah,
it goes to City.
Yeah, kind of,
because they're they don't need a deal with the devil. As we've talked about before, they don't need to. They don't need that something extra.
This is depressing.
Well, it means you have to, to win the league, Liverpool had to break their record in points, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing you have to do. You have to play the best season ever to win. Yeah. Or it goes to City.
Right. Like I said, this is depressing. Let's move on to something that's not.
Yeah.
Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. Beautiful.
I know how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beating Brentford.
Almost exactly.
We played the Bees, and we stung them after being stung by them at their home. So I'm very happy to get that one out of the way while we have the chance. We looked dominant. Alisson had a couple of saves to make, but he made them. And Trent was a constant danger all the time, man. He's already made 10 assists, which he's well on the way to breaking the record for assists by a defender in a Premier League season, which was set by him.
Yeah.
Last year.
I was going to say that got less impressive the more words you added to it.
So it was set. Well, I'm sorry, but
you were like most assists by a defender that played for Liverpool.
No, by a defender.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And he plays for Liverpool. So most assists by a defender, which was set by him a year ago.
Yeah,
13, which broke the previous record, which was also set by him.
I see. Well, so he just gets one more each season.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
But, well, what is the record then for assists?
13. By a defender.
No, what is it?
For a person.
Yeah. Is it Mesut Ozil?
I think it is, and I think it's like 20.
I think so too.
I think it's about 20 or 21.
Yeah, that was my suspicion. That was my football instinct kicking in.
Yeah.
So, well...
Your football autism.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's 16 games to 17 games for you guys to go.
Yeah.
So, he's halfway.
He's just over halfway, and he only has 4.
Fuck this for a defender shit. All right.
Yeah.
Aim high.
Well, that's you know what. Fine.
Yeah.
Fair enough. He has 4 more to do to break that record, and then...
Well, I wonder if you like removed number 10s from all of those records. I wonder what the highest score would be.
Well, see, that brings in a whole...
Because, like, number 10s are like assist machines. That's their purpose, right, on the pitch. But a defender, that's secondary, usually. So
yes. Until quite recently, in terms of...
So what's the highest amount of assists for someone who had no business given an assist?
The thing is, everyone has business giving assists. What do you want?
You're being too specific here.
Okay.
I am trying to present you with an idea.
Yeah. Well, okay. That's homework. Which I also probably won't do.
Yeah, well, we need to distill his creativity index and sell it on the stock market. No, No, that's what I'm getting at. It's
like Dogecoin.
Is he the most proficient creative defender ever?
Yeah. That's the answer to the question.
But is that an opinion, or is that...
It's a raw opinion.
Yeah, I was thinking of renaming my other channel that.
Raw opinions.
Well, I don't know, it's a good name.
It's great.
Yeah.
And of course you can, use the
logo. I've just shelled it as well, so if I don't make it now,
someone else,
one listener will
might take it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Danny? So yeah, we've where was I? Trent was awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone was pretty good, but Trent served up an assist. Which probably shouldn't have been an assist because everyone missed it.
You just got in the mixer.
And then put it in the mixer. And then Fabinho bounced it in with his big shiny head.
Yep.
Ox doesn't have a shiny head, but he scored a header as well.
Great. So I've seen am I right in thinking Ox is playing like right wing or something like that?
No, Ox is playing midfield.
Oh, okay. So who was because you're Diego Jota, and who's your other winger?
Minamino.
Oh, Minamino played.
Yeah, Minamino played, and he also scored.
Oh, well, sorry, we're still talking about Brentford. I was thinking about the more recent game.
Oh, well, no, Brentford was our most recent game, but we also played Arsenal. I think Ox did make an appearance sort of wider.
Okay.
But yeah, in this game, Ox played midfield.
Okay.
So the last goal was quite funny. The pass from the keeper was intercepted by Firmino. It dribbled to Minamino, who gave it back to Firmino, who drew the keeper in and then gave it back to Minamino, who just scored.
Yeah, the Minos.
The Minos, yeah.
Well, that was like from the Spurs game today.
Yeah.
The first goal, it was the Harrys.
Oh, Winks and Kane, yeah.
Harry to Harry, yeah.
Harry to Harry.
Mm.
Great, a hairy little goal.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I think that's quite enough.
Well, speaking of Brentford, and them losing 3-0.
Well, yeah.
That's exactly what happened today.
No, it's not. That was 3-1.
What? Oh, sorry, you're right. There was a consolation.
They did score.
Huh? It was a consolation goal.
Yeah.
And it was because we were down a man.
Yes.
Because Scott McTominay got absolutely clobbered.
Yeah. He played too hard and had to go off. And
he took too many balls to the head.
Yeah. How many is too many? Probably one?
There is a number. I don't know, but there is a number.
Is it one?
It can be.
Yeah.
One real good one.
One real good one.
Yeah. You just die.
Well, the head's in the right place, yeah.
Yeah, but before I dive into this Brentford, I'll start this with the negative.
The Villa game.
The Villa game, yes, against
Aston Villa.
Old Demon Gerrard is. Well, look, I'm for the sake of tribalism, I have to go full partisan for this part.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. So that piece of shit.
That scouse so-and-so.
No. So, disappointed, to be honest, because our last game was also Aston Villa.
Yes.
And we won that one. But we did draw the one before that. So, it's... Yeah.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. This is a game that, Stevie G would be fired up to cause a whoopsie.
Some emotional damage.
Yeah, because... So he would be fired up, getting his players fired up and all that.
And apparently Martinez did not get that memo. Not in the first 5 minutes anyway.
No. Yeah.
He basically scored the goal for Man U.
Yeah. It was just... Oh, yeah, Bruno just showing his intelligence.
Yeah, he saw him off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So... Good for Bruno to get 2 goals, but it does kind of suck that it was, went to waste in a way. We only walk away with 1 point, which is not ideal at this point.
No.
And of course, the man who does this damage, and this is why, just tip everyone out there, don't have a podcast where you yell out shitty opinions, because you will be proven completely wrong.
I'd just like to say that does not apply to me, given that it might apply to me at a later date, but thus far I've been completely right about Philip Coutinho specifically. I'm
sure. Look, you don't want me to go back and listen and find out where you were wrong. Cause
honestly, I'd love that.
I'm sure I could find.
I'd love that. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, well, so in a way, I'm eating my words.
Yeah,
talking shit about Coutinho,
eating a goal sandwich,
not believing in him.
Yeah,
but what also that like we said before we started, this was 20 minutes of the Felipe show.
Yeah.
So,
and that might be it. You never
imagine.
know.
Yeah.
Just shows up. It's right. All we only want you to do Man United at home, and he's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. See, Stevie would pay $200K a week for that.
$200K a week for the rest of the season just for 1 point.
Yeah.
Why not?
So, really wanted to win that game. Sorry, just one last thing. I might as well say it now, is that the latest, even more juiciness for Aston Villa is now they are linked with Luis Suarez.
Yeah, incredible.
Another reunion. And this is immediately after they have added Digne to Aston Villa.
He's building some team.
Yeah, and left back was probably a position where they, could do with a serious upgrade. They now don't have to buy another left back for a while.
For ages.
Yeah, so that's a very solid choice. Aston Villa are there to stay. They've been business, man, and they've been like that ever since they got promoted the last time.
Yeah, of course.
And so now they
spending the Grealish money.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. Now that Coutinho has come in, apparently they chant like, we don't need Grealish.
Yeah, well, of course.
And they have Coutinho.
So let's end your pain and talk about a good result.
Yeah. So thankfully our match today was much more pleasant to watch. The first half was not so much. We didn't even register a single shot on target.
No, well, that will happen.
Yeah, but this is because Brentford like to sit very compact. They're quite a narrow team, and they sit deep and just absorb pressure. So we just sort of ran them ragged for
45 minutes.
Yeah, and then it took us about 5-10 minutes to start scoring in the second half.
Yeah. And your mate scored.
Well, yeah, it's cool to see a player that's been given a chance to score a chance.
To score a goal.
Anthony Alanga, our Swiss boy.
Is that his first goal?
Second goal.
Second goal,
and I want to say, it must be his third or fourth appearance, maybe?
Yeah, not bad.
His first, he scored on debut against Wolves, and it was the last game of last season. So, it's good. He is a promising player. He's fast and he can do stuff. So that's cool. I like seeing a player develop, and that's one benefit of Rangnick here is all players are being given an equal chance to make the team. Yeah. And this is happening, and we're seeing the same with Scott McTominay. He is thriving at the chance to prove himself for Rangnick.
Oh, absolutely.
Running hard. And even Rangnick has even said that he rates Fred as well. He thinks that he just knows how to use Fred better.
He's probably right.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We haven't made any signings yet, but everyone is expecting a midfielder of some kind.
So you think you will before January's over?
You'd think so. And maybe some outgoings, but I don't know. But anyway, I digress. Anthony Alanga scores his first goal. Very nice. Definitely,
Definitely a goal.
Yeah. Needed a goal.
Yeah.
He makes a good run, times it perfectly, and slips it in. No worries. We after that we play with a lot more confidence, going into it, looking a lot better. And then Bruno Fernandes gets in behind in this. He makes one of the best runs I've seen in a while. He just times it so perfectly. I never realized he was. I didn't actually think he was quick. But he's outpacing two defenders the entire...
Maybe they're just slow.
The entire time. Yeah, I guess... Well, that's what I was saying. I think they were ran ragged. And then so he drew the keeper all the way out and then just set up a sweetie. Easy for Greenwood.
Yeah. Well, last game, the Villa game was his goal week, and this was his assist week. Yeah.
And that's good because he was in a bit of a rut, and it looks like he's been looking a bit more confident.
He's confident. Confidence is up.
Because then, he sets up the last goal. Marcus Rashford subs on for Ronaldo, who is very annoyed by this because Rashford scores a minute later. Yeah. And he just kicks the absolute shit out of it into the near post. He believes.
Look, we're a big proponent of, first of all, the near post.
Yeah, believe in the near post.
And second of all, kicking the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Give it beans.
And, so it was good to do that kind of damage in an away game. That's what you want to see. And then we sort of just chilled out, and then that's why their goal came about. It was probably one of the messiest goals. There was 20 players in the box, and it just sort of...
That's all of them.
Yeah. Every Brentford player was in the box.
Every player.
And then all of our team. So, it was just messy as, and then...
Yeah. Ivan Toney popped it in, got me a few fantasy points. Cheers.
Yeah. Ivan Toney was alright in that game. He played well. Yeah. I quite like the look of... Do you know their player Sorensen?
Yes.
And I think he's the one who has the big throw as well.
Yeah, I love that.
He can almost throw it to like the far post.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring back Rory Delap. But like better. So this is Rory Delap. You know when on FIFA you'd have a player, the old FIFAs, who would just retire, but then he'd get regenerated in your squad the next season?
Yeah.
This is Rory Delap's regenerate.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and then so shout out to Scott McTominay for being an absolute fucking weapon in that game.
Yeah.
I think Rangnick's new instructions for him are like, get forward. Run, carry the ball forward. Because that's what he wants all his players to be, is ball carriers rather than ball passers,
Get hit by the ball in the head.
And have to sub off, for Matic. So, but he was involved in every goal, basically. He won the ball back for the last goal, and he was involved in all of the build-up, basically, for all those goals, just with using his physicality. Yeah,
well, he's got that in abundance, doesn't he?
Yeah, so it's good. Things looked certainly a lot better with that result. Rangnick still only has one loss.
Yeah,
it's going fine, and
on the balance of things, it's good. If your points average out to what Rangnick has achieved so far, you're in a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
So keep doing that, and it'll probably happen.
Well, we would have been pretty close to fourth if hadn't been for bloody Steven Bergwijn scoring 2 goals after the 94th minute.
Well, shall we go to that now?
Am I jumping ahead? Sorry.
You are, but we can go on to that now.
Yeah, well, because I was watching both games simultaneously.
Were they happening simultaneously?
Well, they did start at the same time.
Yes.
But so the Spurs game ended around...
Spurs game had 4.5 hours of injury time.
Yes, yeah, but it ended around 65 minutes or so while I was watching Man U.
Right, okay.
And they were showing the highlights, like when they scored and stuff. So I got in real time. It was nuts, and I felt it. Like I felt like that was going to happen as soon as Bergwijn scored the first one, and they were the commentators were saying like, it's like they've done you can see how much they want to win this one. They've picked up the ball, they've run it back, and started it real quick, like. And then 80 seconds later, Bergwijn puts in a second and wins the game.
What I really loved was the not analysis, the overview of the match. Said Bergwijn, yellow card 94, goal 95, goal 97, full time.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched some highlights, and Spurs did everything but score for the first 25 odd minutes. They hit the post.
Yeah.
They hit the bar. Even Harry Kane's goal in off the post.
Oh, right.
And Bergwijn's last goal off the post.
It was almost like he shot sarcastically, and it like kind of just got in. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
an arrogant goal.
I almost thought it was going to go like hit the post and
go out.
Or come back, like it didn't look like it had enough on it.
Yeah.
And it was so slow that it looked all, I don't know.
Yeah. A sarcastic goal.
I don't know how to describe, I don't have the words, but
yeah.
It was hilarious.
Ice cold, man. The iceberg.
Yeah.
If that's not his nickname already, it needs to be.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a player that had something to prove too. So maybe.
Well, don't know if he's quite proved it yet.
No, he needs to do a bit more, but that's doing the right things.
Yeah. Well, that was his first and second goal this season.
Yeah.
After I think 10 appearances. So it's not it's not beautiful reading for him.
Yeah, he's never been particularly prolific for Spurs.
No, of course.
He was a bit more in.
He is also a winger.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
that happens.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. He is more of a creator kind of.
Yeah, but hopefully for him and for Ash, he makes something of this. He actually, this boosts his confidence, and he can actually play a bit more and play well.
Yeah.
Make Conte take notice of him.
Yeah.
Cool. So I wanted to make some time for the West Hammers who played the Leeds.
Yes, and
our mate Jack Harrison became Jack Hattrickson.
Yeah.
For the first time in his lovely little career.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yep, his first hat-trick.
Cool. Good stuff.
And I mean...
What a way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the quality of goals wasn't fantastic, but I enjoyed that it went Leeds, West Ham, Leeds, West Ham, Leeds.
Yeah,
and like the last one...
Edgy estate.
The last one, he scored with an absolute... He kicked the shit out of it.
Cool.
And believed.
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Jack.
Yeah.
And then when the ball sort of trickled out of the net, he kicked it in again.
Yes.
And another.
4 goals.
Yeah.
Oh, and another.
Yeah. 4-2. The first haul of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our mate Jared Bowen also scored, but you know, not enough when a player like that is
not when Jack Hattrickson's scoring a Harrison.
When he's on the there's a road there that I could go down, but I'm not going to do it. So Jack Hattrickson is definitely the name of this show.
Yeah.
I'm big into that. Stoked for him, and stoked for Leeds to finally actually
crucial points
win a game.
Crucial points for them, for sure.
You know, I don't
know how they're not in the relegation zone.
Well, I do, because there's 4 teams who are utter shit. Shite.
It's probably just because Rafinha is like one of the few things keeping Leeds up.
Yeah,
and then Jack Harrison hat-trick.
Yeah, just those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of 2 shit teams, Norwich played Everton.
Yes.
And as we all know, if you lose to Norwich, you lose your job.
Yeah.
So Agent Rafa is done for.
Yeah.
He's Everton are now managerless.
And you know,
fair enough.
I do take a particular joy in this, so that's very funny to me.
Well, you don't like Rafa, or you?
I think Rafa sucks. He's been bad ever since.
Ever since what?
Well, I mean, you know, he had some good times with Liverpool, I suppose. You know,
yes, I mean,
not a highlight for me.
No,
and then everything since then, it's been trash.
I like the way you said that. I mean, yeah, his last game with Liverpool might have been about 12, 13 years ago. So,
yeah,
I mean,
to be fair, he's probably going from getting Newcastle 16th to now getting Everton 16th.
Yeah, that's not an upgrade.
No.
Like, getting Newcastle 16th is actually, it's fine.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, they didn't care about, you know, the ownership didn't care about him when he was at Newcastle, and it showed. And, you know,
I'm surprised he lasted this long, to be honest, because you expect more from
Everton.
Well, from a player from Rafa as well, you know.
Yeah.
That's sort of what he is supposed to provide, and he hasn't for ages. So.
Yeah, but of course, when you lose to Everton, when you lose to Everton, you're shit.
Well, that's going to be what this is going to turn into.
Yeah.
This season,
yeah,
if you lose to Everton, you deserve to be relegated.
Because Norwich are going to go down, and next season there's going to need to be someone who's shit.
Yeah.
You don't even understand how, like, I don't even think I want Everton to go down, but if it carries on like this, those 3 of those teams at the bottom are going to go down, and 3 teams are going to come up, and they might be better than Everton.
It's cool, bro. Everton will just sign 5 more Barcelona players.
Yeah. 5 more Luca Diñas, who will just go on to play for other Premier League teams.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I'm keen to snap up a Richarlison.
Yeah, well,
I'll take it.
Well, yeah, it's not enough that he scored an absolute worldie of a goal in this game. But Michael Keane also scored an own goal. So,
yeah,
own goal. So yeah, that's what happened in that game. And now Everton find themselves without a manager. And you think the most likely candidate is Bobby Martinez?
Well, yeah, that's what I saw. But you're right too. That the caretaker is
Big Dunk.
Yeah. Doug Ferguson. Yeah, so,
amazing. He's done it before. He's gonna
slam dunk.
Yes, that is an
Lewis Dunk.
No.
Oh wait,
different person. Lewis Duncan Ferguson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. He's not a soft touch. He is a violent man, and Everton probably need some violence.
A kick up the arse.
Yeah, a big old kick, which will be a literal kick in this situation of Big Dunk.
Okay.
Another man who I've heard mentioned for the job is Wayne Rooney.
Yes.
Who is currently the coach of Derby, who, as we may have mentioned on a very, very previous podcast, received a 21-point deduction at the start of the season.
Yep.
So not only have they crawled out of that, they
also at some point didn't have enough players to play games.
Literally had 13 players.
And Rooney was a player coach, and then he himself injured one of his own players.
Yeah.
In training.
I hope he gave himself a fine.
Yeah, so
rough challenge, mate. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so they've been through some time.
They've been through the ringer.
Yeah.
This entire last probably 2 years.
Yeah.
But good news for them, they're off the bottom on goal difference. But they're off the bottom.
Amazing.
I did the maths, and if they did not receive that points deduction, they'd be 10th.
Savage.
So going on some more maths, if they continue this way, they will make it. They will survive, probably around mid-table, which will be an absolutely incredible achievement.
After 21 points down, yeah.
After 21 points down, if you survive at all, even if you get relegated, it's still probably not that bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, full credit to Wayne.
Why don't they just hire Frank Lampard instead?
Oh, he's already done that, hasn't he?
Everton.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Because he can't get fucking 600 million quid like he could from Roman.
Yeah.
He can have a few.
So what? Rooney moves to Everton, and then they get relegated, and then he plays the championship anyway,
and beats Derby.
Yeah.
Manages both.
Why not?
Plays for Derby, manages Everton.
Why not?
Because I'm sure that's against the rules.
A different comp?
Should be. Yeah.
Oh, this is in the cup. That'd be awkward.
Give it a go.
It's just never happened before.
So? What do you want? I'm Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
No, I obviously...
Well, that's the trend now, isn't it? It's just sign your own player as a manager.
Sign your son.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's like signing your son.
Yeah. Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer. Yeah, no, that's shit.
I'm glad he didn't sign his son.
Yeah, but that's what everyone's signing their son. So, you guys will sign Stevie G next.
Yeah, and then his son.
Yeah.
I don't think he actually has a son. I think he's got all daughters.
Right.
Yeah. Lols.
Weak.
Yeah. The sperm of a weak man.
Clearly he wasn't doing it upside down at midnight.
Yeah. Maybe they did it in Australia. And that's the problem. Yeah, so I think Wooney is probably less likely.
Rain Wooney.
Because I think he'll want to finish the season with Derby.
Yeah.
And he'll want probably to have the achievement of saving them on his CV. So fair enough. Which leaves Roberto Martinez, as he said. Graham Potter's being suggested, but don't know why he'd leave Brighton. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Big Dunk till the end of the season, and then they'll get Rooney after he saves Derby.
Yeah.
So I'll put my money on that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure someone will get fired soon.
Yes, that is a safe bet.
It seems to happen pretty often. So yeah.
So we'll stay in the championship, and I'll throw some numbers at you.
Yep. I love numbers.
Yeah. Okay. So Fulham,
That's not a number.
No, not a number.
Not a number.
Not a number, but the numbers are coming. Fulham are number 1. How about that?
Good.
Okay. Number 1, they have a goal difference of 47 after, I think, 26 games.
That's pretty good.
That's obscene.
Yeah.
No other...
Well, do you want me to look at cities?
No other... Yeah.
That's pretty obscene as well.
What is it?
54. Oh.
54.
41.
41.
41.
Not as good.
Well, it's Premier League.
Better than.
That's like euros compared to yen, bro.
Yeah, okay. When you calculate it.
What's the goal exchange rate?
All right. Fair enough. So there's that. No other team in the Championship has even scored 47 goals. Fulham's last 3 results: 7-0, 6-2, 6-2. So that's a third of the times that Fulham in their history have scored above 6 goals.
Wow.
And it happened in the last 8 days.
That's wild.
Cool.
Were all the other times like in the 1920s as well or whatever?
I think Fulham were quite good then.
Yeah.
So, yes, probably. And Alexander Mitrovic... literally 100 years ago. And Alexander Mitrovic has scored 27 league goals.
That's absolutely insane.
So those are all the numbers.
We sort of even... We literally said last week that he's the king of the Championship.
Yeah.
Well, it's like there can't be... Well, they'll get promoted, and then Norwich goes down, and then Pookie will be the king.
Pookie will score 25
there can't
goals.
Be both.
There could be only one.
There can only be one, yeah. There can only be one championship god.
Yeah, the champion of the championship.
Yeah. So, well, the problem is that every time you become the king of the championship, you immediately leave and go to the Premier League.
Yes, that is true.
And then so Mitrovic will get promoted and not score at all next season.
Yeah, it's called 4.
Fulham will go straight back down.
He'll go back to Newcastle. He'll play in the championship. Who knows?
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, that's the championship section for you. So before we run on to previews, would you like to bring that up?
What's up?
The previews, the games.
Oh, you mean the fixtures for next week? Yeah.
I wanted to give a shout out to Lewandowski, who finally got what he deserved, which was his FIFA the best.
Yeah. The best
trophy for being the best.
Yeah. So I think that means he must be pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he
deserved.
He scored just as many goals as Mitrovic, and then a few more.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Like you said, finally. I feel like he's just been so gypped
for the last 18 months. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
And. Yeah, I mean, I hate gypsies too, so I understand why.
For goodness' sake.
What do you think that word means?
Good point. Doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
Hey, it's a comedy show.
It's comedy.
Well, yeah. So, somehow underrated. You know, Lewandowski's the best fucking striker in the world.
Yes.
Amazing. Just does it all. The best.
Yeah, he's the best.
Literally.
Yeah. Literally got the best award for being the best.
So I heard, rumour has it, Messi didn't vote for him. Messi voted for...
Did Messi vote for Messi?
Mbappe.
Yeah. See, it's funny when you look at the voting...
And Neymar.
When you look at the voting patterns for these things, because you can't vote for someone from your own country, but you can vote for someone from your own club.
So he picked the two players in his own club.
So when you see the people... who get votes, they don't, obviously Messi can't vote for Aguero and Di Maria.
Yeah.
But he can vote for Mbappe and Neymar. Harry Kane can't vote for
Son. Yeah.
He can vote for Son.
But he can't vote for
Jack Grealish or Raheem Sterling or himself.
Yeah.
But he can vote for Son and Steven Bergwijn.
So Messi was literally like, who scores the best goals from the balls I give them?
Yeah.
He's like, those guys.
Yeah. And yeah.
And he voted for Benzema.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Benzema had a pretty...
If anyone's close to Lewandowski, form-wise, Benzema, man.
Mitrovic. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Benzema.
True, yeah. That's
Jack,
football royalty
Jack Harrison.
there. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to play a 4-4-3, you would play Benzema.
4-4-3?
Yeah, Benzema, Lewandolski, and Mitrovic.
There's nothing simple about a 4-4-3.
Yeah.
You got an extra man on.
Who needs a goalkeeper?
Edison. He can play midfield.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And for the second year in a row, a Spurs player was awarded the Puskas Award. Shungmin Son receiving the vote from Harry Kane, which tipped it over the edge apparently, for his goal against Burnley, which when he ran from Burnley.
Yeah. Amazing. He's a good player.
He's quite good.
So yeah, of course he took it from Eric Lamela, who did his fabulous Rabona.
He did a Rabona. He doesn't stop doing them. Do you reckon in his life he just sees like a bit of rubbish on the ground, Rabona's it?
I would now. Like definitely. Yeah. There's like a can on the road. Yeah, for sure. I'd be doing it all the time. Yeah. And then I'd stare at whoever I'm with and be like, you remember that time I did this?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. When I'm in Spain.
Yeah.
Playing for Seville.
I mean, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
He looks, I haven't been watching, but he looked rejuvenated when I first saw him.
Well, of course. Some Eric Lamela.
Yeah.
All right, so let's stop talking about things that have happened in the past and talk a little bit about things.
Let's make some stuff up.
Things. I scored 50 goals.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some things that might happen in the future.
Okay, so the first one we have here, the next match to come, we have the
Shit derby.
Yep, we have the
Watford versus Norwich.
The Watford Mooses.
Yeah, the Moose.
Yeah, the Moose against the Canaries.
Have you noticed that Norwich and Spurs have quite similar, similar birds?
Well, both birds.
It's just a bird on a ball.
But if you look at a cockerel and a canary, they don't look very similar.
Well, no, but that's what a badge is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, shit design.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Sort it out.
Yeah. Be a better team.
So Stevie G with another chance to get one over on a team that he hates.
Oh, you've moving on already? Jeez.
Yeah,
You don't even want to talk about the shit teams.
No, I don't.
All right, moving on.
So Stevie G's got another chance to ruin a club
rival
that he hates.
Yes, cool.
Villa versus Everton.
Well, it's got to be 5 now.
Yeah, probably. 5 Luca Digne assists for 5 Coutinho goals. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Yeah. Sort of good.
The Bees versus the Wolves. Brentford Wolves.
That'd be a scrap, that's for sure. Two teams.
Two animals.
Like to sit deep and
counter attack.
Yeah.
So,
it could either be the worst game ever or the best
or
game ever.
Like 5-5.
Yeah. Well, it's a full moon.
Jack and the Hattricks, full moon, are going to play Newcastle, who still basically can't win.
Yeah. Well, again, it's every time I see Newcastle versus someone, I go, well, they're probably not the favourite. They're not even the favourite now. Maybe if, pre-last match.
What about if they play Everton?
Maybe only then. Yeah,
at home.
That's the thing. So now Leeds, after one game, Leeds looks like a better challenger than they look. So
yeah.
But how many players have they added now? It's still just Trippier
and Chris Wood.
And Chris Wood, yeah.
So far.
So I think they're trying to get Phil Jones and some other blokes, but yeah. Oh, and I've heard that our boy, the Brazilian defender from Sevilla, is it Diego Carlos?
Yes.
Diego Carlos, yeah.
Yep. He
has asked to leave to go to Newcastle. So
imagine that. Imagine outside the context of a Newcastle takeover, someone asking to leave from Sevilla
to go to Newcastle. Maybe like 15 years ago. 20 years ago.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but I know.
25.
Yeah. Weird.
So your boys will play the Hammers.
Yeah, so we did. I want to say we lost the last time we played them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So got to win. Like, again, this is another test. Every week is a test when you're not playing at your best. So we have to win this. We have to win it at home. We have to do it for the fans. If the Rangnick project is what it says to be, we should go hard on this match and hopefully win.
Yeah, I mean, two teams with mixed fortunes currently. Like you say, you not losing games.
West Ham have dipped recently,
but West Ham
as
have
well.
dipped, that's right.
They started so strong and they probably wore themselves out a little bit. And middle of the season is when that sort of you see some changes.
That's when you maybe dip off.
Stamina starts being one of the most important things.
Of course,
So,
but again, gotta win. You gotta win your home games.
Got to win. We're fighting for fourth. It's literally we're fighting Arsenal and Spurs for fourth.
And West Ham.
And West, yeah.
So this is a very, very important one.
Yeah, we need to secure that fourth spot, or it's the
bust.
season's not worth it, really.
Yeah, that's right. So Saints will host the Devils, Manchester City.
Now, sorry, do you know how did Southampton go in their last game? Because in my observation, Southampton have been on a bit of an up lately.
Yep.
So, if that's the case, I'll just double check. Okay, no, so they lost their last game 3-1 to Wolves.
But Wolves are on a bit of they're inconsistently consistent. You know what I mean? They beat the teams who are perhaps worse than them.
Yeah. Well, I think they beat teams by outworking them.
Yeah.
And so when you verse Southampton, you win 3-1, you know?
Yeah.
When you play Man U, it's 1-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Hard. Saints are not going to outwork Man City, and they're not going to outplay Man City.
Yeah. So
De Bruyne will score 3 goals from
increasing. I was just about to chuck him in my fantasy to replace Salah, because I haven't updated it for...
The thing is, there aren't actually that many game weeks in between now and when the players supposedly return.
Oh, okay.
So there might actually not be a point.
Then, it's a lot of my budget.
A lot of money sitting on the bench. Yes.
Yeah. Well, not even. Sitting in my 11, getting 0.
Yeah, but they swap out if you have...
I have too many. Yeah, I know.
Stop
this is what happens when you don't check it. Because it's gay.
Fair enough then.
Yeah.
You only say that because I've crawled above you.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't check it for like ages.
Yeah, sure. Arsenal Burnley.
Sorry, this is the cope. The cope. Arsenal Burnley. Yeah, come on, it's go be Arsenal. They have surprised me almost the most this season. They have. Yeah. It looks like.
Yeah,
they're coming right. The ship is steering
and
back on course.
Burnley are terrible, and they
just lost their best player.
These two teams have both had a lot of postponed games.
Yes.
And that's got to affect the momentum, right? Like a lot of the time they can't train. This might be real shit.
Yeah. So Arsenal. Well, this is weird. Antonio Conte spoke out about this because they would have played. They had the derby, and it got that was the last game they got
notably
skipped.
Didn't happen.
And it wasn't because of COVID. It was because they didn't have enough players. They actually delayed the game.
Yeah. Well,
which has never happened before.
The part of the rule is like if COVID-19 is a factor, and I think Odegaard is the only player who has openly tested positive. So
it's one player. Yeah.
Is that a factor?
Yeah. Well, that's it. It's one player, and then the rest are injuries and Africa Cup of Nations. So it's, I don't know. It seems a bit unfair. And
play some 15-year-olds. I don't care.
Yeah. Come on, surely. I mean, look at all the 15-year-olds they do play. They're fucking awesome.
They're wicked.
They're all wicked. So just do it. Play another one.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Burnley, find a guy from your academy, replace Chris Wood.
Have him play for Arsenal for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have him play for Newcastle.
Yeah. So kind of a bit of horse shit.
It is horse shit.
But and sorry, just to jump back a little bit, but that's the thing is, West Ham are now only Spurs rather are only 1 point behind Arsenal, I think. Or no, they jumped over them.
Yeah.
But they have 3 games in hand.
Well, some teams in the league have played 22. Burnley have played 17.
What? Really?
Because of all their postponements.
That's wild.
And they've played some, meant to have faced some teams who also had postponements. So,
man, that is going to make their end of the season so hard.
They're going down.
Yeah.
So in my estimation, the last relegation spot is between Newcastle and Watford.
Yeah, I think you're right, man, because at least Newcastle actually play their games.
I mean, they get a maximum.
They get 0 points.
They get a maximum of 1, but that's about it.
Right. So yeah, Arsenal sort of that's kind of lucky. I mean, yeah, they're fine now, I guess.
Well, maybe.
Well, yeah,
we'll see.
Monday.
We'll see what happens.
They'll play Burnley. They should win that anyway, even if they only have fucking 8 players on the pitch.
Yeah. And we travelled to Crystal Palace, Liverpool.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I think last time we played them, we sorted them out. You know, 2 or 3-0, I think it was.
Yep.
And to be honest, I expect the same. We're in a bit of decent. They've
dipped a little bit too, you know.
They have.
They had the new coach high. They had everything clicked high.
Yeah.
And they've had enough to, of course, secure their place in the Premier League and everything, and they're going to be good, but they're more performing closer to their level now.
Yeah, and it does, like, something like that for a team like Crystal Palace will sort of not knock the wind out of the sails, but it'll, some of them might put their swords down for a bit.
Yeah.
And Liverpool still have a lot to fight for. We've got to.
I suppose the thing with this match is Crystal Palace have nothing to lose, really. They can go out and just, do their thing and try to cause some upset.
But I think that can work to our benefit. We're a good counter-attacking side. We can counter-press
with your Diego Yotas and your Minaminos.
Look, mate, it's a reduced starting lineup, but we're still winning 3-0. Don't even worry.
Yeah.
Leicester Brighton. The Foxes versus the Goals.
Yeah, well, hey, man, if I was a Leicester player, man, they'd want to win this match because...
Oh, they'll be pissed.
Yeah, that to lose at home like that too, when it's all should be wrapped up, it's pretty rough. They need a direct response.
Yeah. And Brighton at the moment are the king of 1-1 draws, so perhaps this will be Brighton a 1-1 draw.
Dig in, make it tough, yeah.
Yeah.
So... James Maddison has been on a run of form.
On a good form, scored a good goal today.
It's good to see him doing things, and I think Patson Daka scored their other goal in against Spurs, and he seems to be a player integrating himself into that squad well. Leicester rather make very good signings. They make FIFA signings, and just turn them into beasts and going to sell them on. I think so. We were saying maybe we were just saying this when we went away with Ash, that Leicester are like the new Arsenal or the new, who were we saying before, Everton or... Who did we say? Yeah. Either way, we expect more from Leicester now. And choking against Spurs like that is embarrassing. They need to... Yeah,
it's one thing to concede a late goal. Like, it happens.
And for it to be against Spurs.
Yeah, for it to be against Spurs.
Yeah.
He isn't here, so we can do it again. Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs. Oh.
I mean, this is a podcast that we hate Spurs.
The animal is literally a cock.
Girl. Yeah. And it represents them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're playing Chelsea in the last game.
Yeah, so the last match on this list is a London derby.
Conte faces his
former club
again for the third time. Yeah. Third time in about 3 weeks.
Third time already. Wow. So I don't think he has been successful against them either, has he?
Oh, well, no, the 2 League Cup games were both losses.
Both losses, yeah. Oh, so this will be the first Premier League game
that Conte faces Chelsea. Yes.
Okay.
Chelsea have a bit of a depleted squad from African players.
Yeah. Well, the chill zone is. He's out. He's done for the season.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Marcus Alonso will just step in and
he's been good.
Whipping crosses. Yeah.
I think Reece James is wrecked for a bit too.
Yeah, he is.
So they're losing 2 very important players. That are core roles in their team.
It's how they play. Yeah, the wing backs in the 3-5-2. Absolutely.
So that's tough. But...
So that one will be a very interesting one. And yeah, I don't know about the result, but it'll be an interesting one.
Yep. So it's probably Conte's best shot to beat Chelsea.
Yes.
So
and God damn it, they can do it.
I hope it's very rare when I'm saying I hope Spurs wins. Usually it's just worth whatever that comes at the cost of.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose that wraps us all up for this week. So, any closing thoughts?
Jack Hattrickson.
Yeah. Jack the Hat.
Jack the Hat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Harry Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Joe Jackson.
Yeah. Joey Jordanson.
Gemma,
all right, well, like and subscribe, everybody.
Gemma Jameson.
And and we'll catch you next time.
Cheers.
All right, peace.
Bye.